Welcome to Shaq's house. Shaq's house. That's our Shaq. You're now in Shaq's house. That's our Shaq. Welcome to Shaq's house. That's our Shaq.
What's up, Shaq Housers? How you doing? Happy Thursday. Yeah, man. It's actually a sunny and cool day today, actually. Yeah, I was able to get outside, soak up some vitamin D, and not humid, not at all today. That's good, because it put me in a sunny mood for this episode right now. She-Hulk episode number 3, The People versus Emil Blonsky. Okay, the episode starts off in the vault with Jen chastising Blonsky for escaping. If you recall in the last episode, it ended with him escaping and having an underground unsanctioned cage match with somebody, right? Yeah, he escaped and turned into the Abomination. But he maintains that he was forced to leave his cell and fight. But he came back out of his own volition, out of his own free will. But who freed him? The Sorcerer Supreme himself. No, not Doctor Strange. I'm talking about Wong. Yeah. This is a callback to the cage fight that we saw in Shang-Chi that Wong was involved in. Yeah. That's what I was alluding to in the last episode from last week when I left it on a cliffhanger. So with Wong now involved, She-Hulk's paralegal, Nikki, she finds Wong on IG and gets his attention via what she calls a thirst trap. Yeah, basically a picture of herself looking sexy with books. Yeah, that should get his attention. And it did. Yeah, right then and there, Jen's driving, and she decides to break the fourth wall to make fun of the audience's love of big-name cameos. Yeah, they've already had Bruce Banner. We've already had, who else? Already had Wong so far. Who the hell else is going to show up? But she reminds us, it's her show. Yeah, remember that shit. Next, we get news flashes all over, including one about Tatiana being confident that her lawyers can get her charges dismissed, She-Hulk on Telemundo, and the show even breaks the not breaks but addresses the controversy, the real world controversy on the internet with male fans being upset that there's a female superhero around. It's like they show all these male fans talking about, is this another Me Too movement having a female superhero? I'm like, dude, girls can be superheroes too. This goes for the show and people in the real world. Women can be superheroes too. Female characters, they can be superheroes and they exist, all right? The way you guys operate, you operate like those guys in Charlottesville, during the Charlottesville March, talking about Jews will not replace us. Instead, you guys are saying things like, girls will not replace us, and walking around with a burning gender symbol instead of a burning cross. Idiots. Anyway, yeah, they show that happening, and then they show public opinion about She-Hulk being polarized. One black kid says like, yo, I'd smash that. I'm like, I concur. Like I said last week, she looks good as She-Hulk. And there's also an allusion to Anderson Cooper with a news show called The Conversation, hosted by Jefferson Coop, who's a black man. Anyway, back at work, Jen, she deals with the public circus surrounding her case. And there's also plenty of cameos in here too from her law firm that she works at, the GLKH law firm in the book. They show Mallory Book here, who's an ex-beauty queen / alpha bitch. Here she's portrayed as a black woman, but not much is said about her, but we might get to her later on in the future. And also Augustus Pugliese, Pug, he's also a member of the law firm too, and he's an ally of Jennifer, whether she's Jen or She-Hulk. Anyway, what happens is, Dennis Bukowski, y'all remember him, don't you? The misogynist from Jen's last place of employment, the DA's office. He goes to GLKH seeking representation, right? He got swindled out of nearly 200 grand by an Asgardian light elf, yeah, disguised as Megan Thee Stallion. And Jen can't help but to laugh at that. Yeah, she's up here talking about, you thought she drove a Passat? Yeah, Pug here, he's played by Arrow's Josh Segarra. Yeah, he's gonna represent Bukowski in court, and the elf, the elf just can't stop fucking with everybody. The elf, her name is Runa, can't stop messing with people, disguising herself as people. She even disguised herself as Bukowski and went back to Pug to try to get him to dismiss the case, but it didn't work. Yeah, what's it called? When Jen is still laughing at the fact that Bukowski got fooled into thinking that chick was Megan Thee Stallion, that's when Wong, he shows up right then and there. Yeah, he got Nikki's message via her thirst trap, apparently. And he gives Jen the meeting that she wants. After some sorcery and dimensional talk, like the shadow dimension and the mirror dimension, he agrees to be a witness to testify at Blonsky's parole hearing. At the hearing, Wong, he takes his time to show up. Yeah, so Jen, she's got to stall the board with other witness statements, including one from Blonsky himself. And he has all 7 of his soulmates, all female pen pals there too. And they're all pledged to financially support him once he's out. But Blonsky, we learned he's a model prisoner since he's been in. Yeah, he started a literacy program and a meditation program. Hell, the guy that runs the library in there, he said, now the library is more than just a quiet place to shiv somebody. Just in the nick of time, though, Wong shows up and gives his testimony. Yeah, and they also juxtapose this parole hearing with Bukowski's hearing in court. Yeah, he's got Pug representing him, and Runa's lawyer, she's arguing that their relationship, it was a relationship gone bad, not a scam. The judge, he's on the fence about this, but he allows it to go to trial. He allows it to go to trial so that GLKH can prove their motion. What's it called? Wong, back at Blonsky's hearing, Wong, he says that Blonsky wanted to come back to his cell after he was forcibly released. Yeah, and to prove the point, Blonsky, he voluntarily transforms himself into the abomination right then and there to prove that he is indeed in full control of his faculties as the abomination and as Blonsky. He even strips down naked to avoid ripping off his clothes just to be polite about shit, I guess. It scares everyone in there when he transforms, but the point is well taken. And this allows Jen to successfully argue that Blonsky is indeed a reformed man. So Blonsky, he gets parole on the condition that he wears a power inhibitor and that he never turns into the abomination again. Like, how can he voluntarily turn into the abomination if he's got an inhibitor on him? Anyway, Wong, the board tries to detain Wong because he allowed a prisoner to escape, but he's like, that note, I'm out of here. Creates a portal and just bounces before they can get him under the law too. And Jen, after she leaves the vault, the media immediately swarms her, and one of them asks her, "Is there any truth to the rumor that you got your powers from a mafia hit gone wrong?" Which is a Easter egg harking back to her origin story in the book and how she got a blood transfusion from her cousin Bruce Banner. Yeah. Also, there's also news footage that shows that Gideon Wilson. Gideon Wilson was the prosecutor on the original Blonsky case. He's the guy that put Blonsky away in the vault. And that's an illusion, too, because Gideon Wilson, he's the brother of the Falcon, Sam Wilson, in the book. Anyway, at happy hour, Jen and Nikki are celebrating the victory, and Pug, he goes to sit with them to commiserate about having to represent Bukowski. After the girls pretty much bash Bukowski, that gives Pug an idea. He puts Jen on the stand as a character witness, and she describes Bukowski as conceited and chauvinistic. Yeah, which proves he's deluded, self-deluded at that, and proves that he got scammed, which wins him his case, his $175,000 in damages, and puts Runa in jail for 60 days for impersonating a judge. Yeah, she did that at the previous trial in the previous scenes. It also gives Jen the idea to take advantage of the media coverage and decide to run with it. It's like, make it work for her for once. Like, that's a good idea instead of just bitching about how you wish you had a normal life. You ain't going to go back to that girl. Anyway, after she's going home as Jennifer Walters, she's accosted by 4 goons, right, with glowing weapons. And she's like, wait a minute. And just turns into She-Hulk and just fights all of them off, but not before quipping, did you guys get those weapons from an Asgardian construction worker? And they're like, yeah. But she fights them off, and one of them is like, I couldn't get the injection into her. Her She-Hulk form is like it's too strong. And they're like, the boss is going to be pissed. Who is their boss, though? I got my theory about who the boss is. I think it's Samuel Stearns, the leader. Yeah, Mr. Blue from the Incredible Hulk movie from 2008, the Ed Norton Incredible Hulk movie. Because he was obsessed with using gamma radiation, Bruce Banner's gamma radiation, gamma irradiated blood, that is, to create like an army of Olympian superhuman beings. And what we saw of him in the Incredible Hulk movie, after he helped Emil Blonsky transform into the Abomination, he got some of the Hulk's blood into one of his wounds, into a head wound that he had. His head started expanding a little bit, and he started smiling, indicating that he was indeed transforming into the leader. Yeah, so the leader, I think he's behind these guys. And who are these 4 guys? They're the Wrecking Crew. Yeah, these guys. The Wrecker, Thunderball, yeah. In fact, one of them, the black member of the group, he's actually dubbed as the Black Bruce Banner. Yeah, he's the only one as a scientist. In fact, all these guys, they met in jail. How their MCU counterparts all met and came together, I don't know, but we'll see more of them in the future, I believe. And the scene ends with Jen Walters staring at herself in a car, at her reflection in a car window. Yeah, She-Hulk staring at herself. And it ends with what's it called? Seize the Power by a British rapper, Yanaka. And this shows, I think the ending shows that what's it called? Jennifer, she's comfortable being She-Hulk now. And I think that's how she's going to stay. She likes the power. She likes the self-confidence it gives her. Yeah, it's better than being mousy Jennifer Walters. Yeah, She-Hulk is how she's going to stay. Yeah, this episode, The People versus Emil Blonsky. And Emil Blonsky, he won thanks to Jennifer Walters. Yeah, we're going to see more of the Wrecking Crew. We're going to see more of her, more of Jen/She-Hulk's GLKH co-workers and paralegals and whatnot. All that'll show next week, I hope. Again, too short. The episodes are too damn short. I hope the final episode make it like an hour just to satisfy us fans that are just craving more. At this point, you can call us a bunch of shulkies. Yeah, She-Hulk stans. Yeah, you can call me that. I'm proud to be a She-Hulk stan. Yeah, folks. Anyway, tune in next week. Same green time, same green channel. Have a good week, folks. Later.
Mansion, apartment.
Shack, house. Yes!
Yeah.